Hi everybody, I'm Teresa Perrin and I'm going to discuss with you FWBI, the fact that it is trending this weekend on Stocktwitz, and why I think it could have a potential move this week. Let's get started. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD. If you could, smash that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it, and consider subscribing so you get notifications of my daily morning watch list, as well as being the first to know when new videos are uploaded. All right, guys, this has moved up to number 32 in popularity on Webull, and as you can see, it's the number 8 most active on Stocktwitz, and it's number 2 on the current watchers on stock list, Doge being number 1. If you haven't seen that video, check it out, because Doge went on a very nice rip on Saturday. It's pulled back and is consolidating right now, but who knows, it could continue higher. But let's get back to FWBI. Now, guys, according to Mr. Gambler, he's on Stocktwitz, I believe, too, or someone's reposting his stuff, but Mr. Gambler is his name on Webull. This is what he's watching and why he thinks that this is going to run. He said, offering closed at $1.74, which is 70% above the current stock price, with 5 million offering shares. Over 28% short interest, nano float, new drug, IND, proof of concept, phase 2 trial to commence the end of 2022. Early data proved that adropolase has an excellent safety profile. Vitro testing proved significant improvements in manufacturing yields and lowered their cost. And enhanced formulation specifically decreases the pills a patient would have to take. Significantly improved balance sheet at the bottom right now. And they have a $12 to $15 price target at the end of the year, and a 2023 price target of $20 to $25. Now, guys, here's some more information that I found out by trolling on Stocktwitz, and I apologize, but there were a lot of people that had great DD. I highly suggest you check it out. I thought I screenshotted their names, but apparently I didn't, so forgive me. But if you go on, you can see all of this great DD, and, you know, give them a shout out, tell them that you saw the video, and I much appreciate all of their good DD. FWBI Pharma management team, guys, they have James Saperstein, who was the CEO, who also worked for huge companies, Roche, Bristol Myers, Gilead, Lilly, Serrano, Tariba. He led Gilead's team of Tenavir, Vired, director of BMS International Infectious Disease Group, founder of Tobibra, sold to Allergan for $1.7 billion. James Pennington, MD, who's the chief medical officer from Harvard Medical School, Bayer Health, Cotheric, Anthera, Intermune, led successful registration efforts for 12 BLA NDA submissions in the US and 10 in Europe and Asia. 10 years on the Harvard Medical School faculty. So, guys, we have some pretty intelligent people involved in this company and running it. So I do believe that this is not a pump and dump type company. FWBI, new adropolase formulation slated for proof of concept phase 2 trial. And guys, this is what the big catalyst that everyone's waiting for, is them dropping that this phase 2 trial has started. I do believe that we are going to hear news about that very shortly. And things do look bullish with what I've seen, as far as there's a lot of people taking notice of this company. FWBI Chairman, President, and CEO James Saperstein joined Proactive with details of the company's therapeutic development pipeline, populated with multiple clinical stage programs built around its 2 proprietary technologies. Saperstein explained that adropolase is a recombinant lipase enzyme designed to enable the digestion of fats and other nutrients, while niclosamide is an oral small molecule with antiviral and anti-inflammatory properties. He said First Wave is developing these technologies for a host of GI diseases where there are significant unmet clinical needs and limited therapeutic options. Guys, if you go and take a look at this chart and the history of it, it is very interesting. They've certainly been beat up, and hopefully they will make some moves to the upside very soon. I do believe that with all the eyes on it this week, it could be substantially gapped up Monday morning, but we will see. First FWBI intends to submit an investigational new drug application for a phase 2 proof of concept clinical study evaluating the improved formulation to potentially treat specific types of EPI. Second, analysts at Roth Capital just published an update suggesting FWBI stock could soar about 1,600% from current levels. Guys, this comes from Market Screener, and this has to be intriguing to you if you are invested in this company or considering taking a position. I do think that it could be making substantial moves very quickly here. As you can see, it closed at 113 on Friday and was up to 116 in the after hours. The average volume on this stock is at 981.3 thousand, which is very small. And the current volume on Friday was 770,000. Guys, so it was less than normal, which a lot of times before a stock rips, you'll see that the volume dries out and then boom, you get a bust to the upside and it breaks out. So currently right now, the free float on Webull is wrong. It's showing at 2.3 million. But like I said earlier, they did have an offering. I think that this shows me, yes. Currently, after the offering, there are 5,745,404 shares, assuming all of the pre-funded warrants and none of the common warrants issued in this offering are exercised. Now, guys, this will increase anytime it hits above $1.62. They are able to exercise those 3,438,396 warrants that went with this offering. So just be aware of that is a very real possibility, and that as this starts to move up, that FUD is going to kick in, that this is the case. However, this is an extremely tiny float. So even if they do double it, or even if they did another offering, it's not really going to be significant if there's a lot of people buying, because that's a 5 million float is very, very small. Add to it, well, it's almost 6 million. So add to it another 3.5 million. Let's say it gets to 9.5 million shares, and that's a little bit over. Guys, that's still very, very small and can move very easily. So I just want to bring that to your attention, because you should be aware of that, as I am certain that, the shorts will come out strong if and when that does happen. Now, currently, they are given a buy signal by the one analyst that's rated it with a $25 price target, which is a huge difference from where we're at right now, right? Clearly, that if that's true, it can fly. Right now, it did just get on Friday a bullish signal for momentum, which is interesting considering that it was actually less shares traded on Friday than it's, been averaging. But guys, with that bullish signal, I do believe that's going to lead us to that breakout. And if you go back to around 10:15, you can see that doji printed to signal that reversal, and it's just been sideways since. So it really hasn't had an opportunity to break back to that upside. But I do believe that's going to come tomorrow based on everything I'm seeing. This is pretty significant. Now, all right, looking at Fintel, we do currently have a 2.39% short interest, guys, which, as you can see from what I stated earlier, I'm not quite sure if that's accurate or if shorts have covered, because it's very conflicting with what's reported out there. There are 100,000 shares available to borrow. And currently the cost to borrow is 71.64 to 79.05%. So guys, it is very, very high, especially considering the stock is trading at $1.13. It doesn't make much sense, right? The short volume ratio is between 28.15 and 60.79%. And on Friday, it was 54.61%. and the failure to delivers are really insignificant compared to the shares available to borrow. They could easily cover all of those. However, please note, and the reason why I drew this line is because this is what we're looking at starting this week, that they are going up. So I'll be curious to see when we get that new set of data towards the end of the week, whether they continue to rise and they still haven't covered, and if this is why we're showing such a significant difference in what's reported and what's being shown as far as short interest goes, because maybe they are hiding them in the FTDs. Like I said, this is going up. If this continues to go up on those next reports and they haven't covered that, then it's very possible. And I will have you know also that I did look at the percentage of people in profit on this stock, and guys, it's showing 0%. That the majority bought this between 373 and 478. So this drop was, I'm sure, to get shares that they very much needed, and this is why. You can see this over and over again, and it's disgusting, but this is what happens. Now, the institutional ownership is only at 9.20% according to this filing. And as you can see, it looks like a lot of the institutions sold off as of lately. Well, actually in 2021, it looks like they sold out. And now it looks like maybe we're starting to get a little bit of buying back in, or that these ones just never left. Not quite sure, because that's quite a significant drop between June of 21 and December of 21, right? But it is what it is. Now, the interesting thing I'm seeing is that a lot of the short positions for institutional ownerships look like they have sold out. Oh, and back to this, 27 institutions own this, and 26 of them are long and only 1 are short. So look, as you can see, 100% of these short positions have been closed. In this past month, you can see that U.S. Bancorp, Parsons Capital Management, Kathleen S. Wright Associates, and Savior LLC all closed out their short, well, I'm guessing what was their short positions, because they all sold out 100%, guys. And the stock has been dropping, not rising, and they just sold them out, you know, the last couple of weeks where it's been very, very low. So my guess is, why did they do this? Because they know that this stock doesn't really have much room to go down further, and it's about to rip. And you can see that in August, Goldman Sachs and Jane Street both bought in. Now, Jane Street, the most that I know about them, they generally are a shorting company, so I wonder if they are the ones that are shorting, or perhaps, you know, they do both. But I just know that I've often seen them shorting, so I find that interesting. But that being said, maybe we'll see that they sell out soon as well. And look at here, HRT Financial went long, Vanguard Group, FRMR, I don't know who they are. They both sold out of their shorts. Edmund Day, Rothschild Holdings sold out as well. Guys, I mean, it's very obvious that you look, Virtue bought in. If you look at this, it's quite obvious what's going on here. You're seeing a lot of these companies that most likely have been shorting this for a very long time, selling out, closing out those shorts, and you see new positions going long. That's very bullish. Now, insiders own 9.74%, so that would leave the rest, that over 80%, what's left in it, to retail ownership, guys. Very interesting to see. But insiders own 559,612 shares. And guys, there has been no buying as of late, which is why I have nothing to show you. And it's probably very likely that the insider ownership is, the retail ownership is so long, because look at what they've done to this company. They've really shorted the crap out of it if you take a look. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this week, guys, but definitely keep it on your watch list. I think it could have a massive move based on the attention it's been getting this weekend. Thank you so much.